Time now for our GMA cover story. Those staggering new job numbers. The Bureau of Labor is reporting that employment opportunities are at an all-time high. Rebecca Jarvis has the details. Welcome back, Rebecca.
Hey, George. Yeah, this is a job seekers market. Some workers are so confident they're even quitting the jobs they do have with those job openings in nearly every industry and region across the country.
This morning, help wanted. U.S. job openings soaring to a record 9.3 million. A new report from the Labor Department showing openings surged in April, and the number of Americans who voluntarily quit their jobs rose to nearly 4 million.
As we slowly and steadily get this pandemic behind us, there's lots of signs the labor market could get really strong in the months ahead.
So who's hiring? Virtually every industry in every region of the country. Retail openings up 559,000 from this time last year. Manufacturing up 579,000. And in leisure and hospitality, 1.2 million more jobs available than last April. But while the jobs are returning, many businesses say the applications are not.
There's still some risk associated with the pandemic, particularly for folks who haven't got vaccines yet. There's also these extended and enhanced unemployment insurance benefits that are paying people, in some cases, more money than they were making before the pandemic.
Goldman Sachs' 10,000 Small Businesses Voices survey finding 71% are currently hiring, but 81% of them say they're finding it difficult to recruit qualified candidates.
For us, I would say the biggest challenge has been getting people to show up for interviews.
The Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar restaurant franchise has seen an incredible surge in business.
As people have stepped away from a notoriously difficult sector of employment, which is the restaurant and hospitality world, that people are seriously thinking about whether they want to go back to it.
Now, one important consideration if you're holding off on that search for now, keep in mind that those enhanced unemployment benefits expire in September, and children, that child care situation could be helped by the fact that school will be back in session, largely in person, come the fall, and the jobs market, George, as a result, could become more competitive. You might be better off seeking that job right now.
Let's
George.
talk about that now. Rebecca, thanks very much. We're joined by Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary. He's got some tips on how to get back into the workforce. Kevin, thanks for joining us again this morning. Start okay. You've lost your job during the pandemic. What's your first step?
Well, there's been a huge shift in terms of what kind of jobs are available at higher pay, and it's really turned around because of digital economy. The economy's gone so direct to consumer now that jobs like writers, videographers, editors, people that know how to design websites and put content on them are at a premium. Those jobs used to pay $35,000 to $40,000. In some cases now double that, $75,000, $80,000. So it's really a remarkable change. But it makes sense because the entire economy has done great digital 2.0 American pivot. And the economy now is direct to consumer in almost every sector.
What's the best way to apply for jobs right now?
It's totally online. Getting set up on LinkedIn, on Facebook, understanding to put your name out there and your skill set, and let employers see that you're part of the game. The key to this now is to make sure that you're very succinct. The best are resumes of 3 paragraphs or less that talk about your skill set and how you can help that company achieve what they're looking for, particularly anybody that's skilled in social media and understands how social media works. It is so important now to be engaged in that most large and small businesses need to have some sort of online presence, and they need help to get there.
Talking about social media, we have a question from Alexis on Twitter. She says, I've been applying to jobs in the PR industry for a few months. How can I stand out among the other candidates? What should she do?
The best way to get a job in PR is to explain your skills on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. If you know how to master those platforms, you will be unemployed for 5 seconds. There are so many people that need help in that area because they were not prepared pre-pandemic to understand how important it was to communicate to customers and stay in a dialogue with them. And very few people have that skill set, remarkably. It's something you did on your phone just for fun is now a very powerful leverage for getting a high-paid job. That's what matters in PR, social media.
Kevin O'Leary, thanks very much.
Well, hey, Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.